Forever. Dog.
These companies have earned top scores on the Human Rights Campaign Foundation Corporate Equity Index, reflecting their dedication to fostering inclusive workspaces.
Okay.
Lyft. You can use Lyft.
Oh.
Chipotle.
Okay. Abercrombie.
Levi's.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
Levi's. Yes.
Kohl's. The
Okay.
company donates $100,000 to the Trevor Project. H&M.
Okay.
Love that. Like that 10%'s a little small, but I'll let it go, H&M.
Well, and isn't H&M kind of bad for fast fashion?
Can we not get gay about this?
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
let's not
I'm
be
just
gay.
trying to
Not
give you
getting
guys
gay.
some
Yeah,
options.
sorry, not getting gay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Hi again.
It's been a long week, you guys.
It's been just so long apart that I've thought about you
Missed
every
you guys
second
so
since
much.
we were apart.
Oh,
Every second.
you thought about me every second. And you thought about Ashley submitting every second.
Did you think about me submitting? Alayna.
Oh, I have not thought
Alayna,
about you
did you
submitting.
think about me submitting?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Stop it.
Ashley doing the hair tug for this one.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
No, I have never thought about you submitting before that comment was made, and I haven't thought about it since.
You sound kind of defensive.
Yeah.
Stop it. I can't win this.
How do you not sound defensive, psychologist?
Yeah.
How do you not sound defensive when someone is legitimately wrong about something that you've done?
Yeah, how do you not sound defensive when you are defending?
Yeah, when you're put in a situation where you're like, I kind of have to defend myself because if I don't, I will be wronged.
Well, I think that there's
Also, this is different in and out of a relationship, but
sure, but like we're equating defending yourself, like being defensive has a negative connotation. Defending yourself is not inherently bad. So it's really context dependent. I think if we're talking in the context of you're in a relationship and your partner has come to you and is saying something about something you've done, I think the idea is just that that's not the moment to try and explain yourself. That's the moment to just receive what they're saying. You can validate the way that somebody's feeling. You can validate the impact you've had without agreeing, without saying, yes, I agree that I did this thing. I think that the tricky dance is about being able to really validate and be with whatever their experience was. And once that piece is done, then we can move to here's my explanation, like here's where I'm coming from. And in a perfect scenario, they can then hear and validate that while still having their own experience. You know, like both things can happen simultaneously.
Now what if you have to do this with the entire world and
very common experience.
What they know isn't true, but you don't know how to. It's just like a lot to put out there into like a 90-second.
This comes through my door constantly.
Yeah,
we see it all the time.
You can quit comedy.
Should I quit?
Maybe just for a bit, and then you come back stronger than ever.
No. You keep going. Don't back down. Never back down.
That's a question for
The
for
great
PR.
philosophers.
For
No, PR doesn't know the answer either. I'm telling you that right now.
Me.
They don't know the answer either.
Counselor. Yeah, that's a
it's a PR issue, really, at the end of the day, which is crazy. It's so
when you haven't done anything wrong. It's like, how do you handle this?
It's really a wild thing. Optics and PR and everything. I'm so bad at it.
No, absolutely. It is. How are your weekends?
Oh my God, guys, I've been home for 2 weeks straight. That is very rare for me.
Oh,
mine was bad.
Oh,
okay, never mind.
What happened?
Fuck my joyous time off.
Doesn't matter, actually. Mine was bad.
What happened?
What happened?
The airport.
What happened at the airport?
They made you take your shoes off?
They said, look me in the eyes when I'm talking to you.
Well, let's just say I was supposed to be home a week and a half
Wait,
ago.
Mac, do you have pre-check?
No, actually. I don't have any of the
You should get pre-check and clear. It does
extras.
make the experience a little less stressful.
Mac flies one time every Mercury in retrograde.
Yeah,
she doesn't
it
need
doesn't happen a
pre-check.
lot.
Why would you fly during Mercury in retrograde?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something that doesn't happen that often.
Hey, is that happening right now? Because bad things keep happening in my life and like to the people
Ashley's
around
on
me.
it. Podcast
look it
producer
up.
Ashley Gavin
Because
is
like
on it.
something is wrong.
No, it's not.
What? So
Then
what
am I
happened at
supposed
the
to blame
airport?
it on?
What happened at the airport?
Well, I'm not going to name drop the airline, but they canceled our flight 3 times.
United.
Definitely not Delta. Whatever.
Like I
it was.
said, I'm not going to name drop. Well, but
Mac
they
is
canceled our
not
flight
name
3
dropping.
times.
To be
United?
clear.
Was you United?
We're neither confirming nor denying, Ashley.
I know. That sounds like some United ass shit.
okay, you know what?
Fuck
Let's hold them
United.
accountable. Yeah,
Delta
it was
for
United.
life.
It was United.
Are we're bringing the Illuminati into it, or
That's the Delta Triangle, bitch.
But it was 2 times for weather and then 1 time because the crew hadn't rested enough, which I
Yes.
didn't know that was a thing. But
When you had that many delays, they might reach their hours limit, and so they have to bring in a new crew.
yeah.
so is the
it
weather?
was-
You don't want to fly in the scary weather anyway.
Yeah, I got to spend an extra week with my family, so that was good. But this was the bad part.
I got to spend an extra week with my family in Springfield, and that was
I
great.
haven't slept since.
That was good. That was good.
It's so good.
It's great.
They all have COVID, and they're doing fine. They can't smell anything.
Okay, but our final flight, we were like, this is the one that's gonna take us home. Like, this one is not getting canceled. The weather's good, everything's good. Ashley, you've been to the Springfield Branson National Airport, right?
I have.
It's like 10 gates. So
Yep.
small. Like extremely small.
Yeah.
It's so small that when they canceled one of our flights, but we were already at the gate outside waiting, they sent somebody out to the plane to get our bags off of the plane and brought them back in. Like, it's a really small airport. We get there.
It's carpeted, which I also hate.
It is. They're getting rid of the carpet. All the
Thank
locals
God.
are sad.
Why?
They love
You're
the
rolling
carpet.
a bag. You want frictionless roll. I have so many airport opinions. It's crazy.
Well, if you fly that much, you're allowed to. But the locals who don't fly love the grass carpet, and unfortunately, it's leaving. so.
Grass carpet.
It's not grass. I've seen
It's
it.
like it's supposed to mimic like grass, and then another part's supposed to mimic like water.
I'm
It doesn't
not
really
seeing
look
that.
like either. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, we get there 40 minutes before boarding, which is at 4:50 a.m. And we go to
Well,
check
there's
our
your
bags.
first mistake. In an airport like Springfield, you need to get there 15 minutes before the
You would
flight
think,
goes
wouldn't
off.
you?
Like, you don't need to be
Bad
there.
advice.
Ashley, this is
this
the-
is not official advice. Disclaimer. Disclaimer.
This is the
Everyone's gonna
closest
miss
to
their
my flight
flights.
I've ever gotten to the airport. Okay, I'm like paranoid about it, but my girlfriend was
Big
like, "It's a
airport
small
doesn't
airport.
want you to
We're
know.
fine."
But I mean, I guess if you poors don't have TSA pre-check and clear,
Yeah, you're standing. You don't know what that security line's gonna look like.
dude, I know the secret security lines in some of the airports when
Of
it's
course you do.
Yeah.
But the rest of us normals,
I get there 10 minutes before boarding. I fly.
out of control.
Not even 10 minutes before boarding. Sometimes
Okay, then
at
that makes
boarding.
my story even worse.
Okay, keep going.
We're waiting in line, and they literally took 25 minutes checking the scroll's bag. And there are not other employees. They took so long. I don't know what the issue was, but they took so fucking long.
Mac,
By
did
the
you
time
say
us-
I have a flight to these
We
people?
it was me and like 5 other people in
great,
the line that
great.
were like, our flight boards and we have to go to Denver. They didn't take our bags. Any of the people. I was like, you guys have delayed our flight 3 times this week. We've missed our flight. We got here 40 minutes before boarding. You won't check our bags. He was like, they locked it, so I can't. I was like, you guys have to take our bags.
We're
He said-
following all the rules.
He was like, in
I didn't realize you were
Branson
checking
National
bags. That's a
Airport.
different story. Wait, question for you. You check the bags before you go through TSA. So the TSA.
Yeah.
So this was fully your fault that the bag didn't get checked.
Well, we got there 40 minutes before boarding, so we thought it'd be fine because we thought we'd get through the line.
Yeah,
But the lady was up there.
Oh, the lady was. See, on Delta,
I'm confused.
you
I
can
don't know
check the
what-
bag up to an hour before departure. Let me double check that.
Well, I think it was like you're supposed to get there like 45 minutes before or something. So that's my fault. But also, we thought we would have been able to get through if the lady hadn't been up there for 25 minutes. So that's why we were pissed.
For most airports, when traveling domestically, baggage must be checked in at least 45 minutes before departure. You were fine. You were there 40 minutes before boarding.
I don't
But
wait.
not by the time we got to the front of the line because the lady at the
which
front of the line took so
Which
long.
line
The
are you
check
talking-
bag line, Alayna.
But so the check bag line, people are like searching someone's bag?
What were they
No,
doing with her
they're
fucking
checking-
bag?
That's what I want to fucking know.
Okay, so you're not even in the security line. You are in the check the bags
But the
line.
guy at the desk is like, you guys can go to TSA and take your bag through TSA and then they can check it at the gate. And I was like, okay. And so then we get out there, but TSA, of course, is like, you can't have any liquids or anything. And
Yeah.
we were like, the price of all of our skincare and like cologne and contact and hair stuff, we were like, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
So then we had to rebook again. But we rebooked for later that day and just like, it was fine and we
Still,
left.
though, that's
But this is
like-
why I get to the airport like 2 hours early.
Yeah.
Dude,
Because I'm like, should we have gotten there earlier?
Mac,
Sure, probably. But I was fucking
if
pissed.
I had been with you, you
I
would have seen
know.
some full Karen come out of
I
me.
know, Papa. I wish.
Daddy,
I know.
Daddy would have been literally as that thing was approaching 10 minutes before that thing, I would have gotten up there and been like, excuse me, with all due respect, you fucked your bag. Go kill yourself.
Please.
Don't actually do it.
Don't actually.
Don't actually do it. Do you want a ticket to my show? Comp tickets.
And I'd say on behalf of all the people here, all 5 of us, and they would have gone, yes, amen, sister. What the
But
fuck?
anyway, I
What
was like,
the fuck?
it was one of those things where I was like, why am I not supposed to go home? Like, we wanted to go home so bad. I've never wanted to be on a plane that bad. And I was like, I just
Mac, just
want to
say
get
the name
home.
of the airline real quick, so we'll bleep it.
Airlines.
What'd I say?
That's who it was.
We should still
Accountability
bleep
is important.
Yeah.
it. Still.
What did I fucking say?
I just like that as if we're like somehow still hiding it in any way.
You know where this would never happen?
The Delta.
Delta silver
Delta.
class, silver tier, diamond, gold
Yeah.
member.
Diamond.
Yeah,
Delta's
I know.
really expensive,
I
Ashley.
know.
Oh,
And also, they don't have a lot of flights that go to little old Springfield.
they do have one from New York. They're not
But
as
so you made
they're
it
not
back?
as
Do you
strong
have
in
a
LA.
direct flight
they're
from
about-
New
I
York
will
to
say-
Springfield?
Yes, I will say that they are
What?
they are a much better East Coast airline than they are a West Coast airline. I will give them that.
Okay.
United is the West Coast airline, and they can fucking suck my balls. They suck.
Okay. Whoa. Okay.
Damn.
We've had some experiences. We have some.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah. Well,
what? How
And
do you
I just
have all
used
that?
150,000 miles. I just used them.
well, because she tours. Her life is flying. She lives in the airport.
Oh my god, that was
But
so cool to
you
look
made it
at.
back home. Oh, look who's
Yeah,
coming
I'm
to say
back.
hi.
And we flew out of Burbank. Heck, if you live in LA. Oh wait, actually, Danny bleeped that because the Burbank employees told us not to tell everybody to come to Burbank because then it's going to get busy.
Mac,
and
I
then
hate
it's
to
not
tell
gonna
you
be
this, but
relaxing.
this podcast is not that popular.
What if somebody clips it?
No.
What if it goes viral, Ashley?
What if it goes viral, though, Ashley?
Clip it. Clip it. Let's try and make it go viral.
And then that one Burbank employee is going to be mad at Mac. What if?
You are a sweet boy, and you got in a fight today.
My weekend, I was left unsupervised. And
What does that mean?
Where was your fiance?
she was doing a bike trip with a friend, you know, just biking up mountains
okay.
and things. I've kind of realized that maybe you guys were right about the like obsession thing.
Alayna, did you relapse? Did you pull the wordle back
What
out?
obsession
Like-
thing?
Like the coins when I was like, this is just, I just like things. It's not I don't have obsessions. I just like things. And
I
you
don't
guys
think I
were-
told you have obsessions.
It
I
was,
did.
It was Mac, I think. Yeah, was saying, and I was like, no, it's just things I like. So, the coins are finished, right? Like the coins, I have organized all the coins. They're in their binders. They are cataloged.
You filled up the entire coin collection?
No. As in like the treasure hauls that I had.
You organized them.
Yes, they were all. Okay. They're all organized. They're cataloged. Everything. And then my fiance left this weekend, and I'm graduating soon. Like I'm graduating. I'm finishing my master's program in a few months. So I'm starting to think like, what's next, right? Like what comes next? And I started thinking about, opening a private practice.
Wow, just going for that immediately.
This
Crazy.
Is where it's not though. It's actually pretty standard.
Is it standard?
Yeah, lots of people do that.
Lots of people. Okay. Standard?
What's surprising you?
I'm not really the person to say whether or not it's standard, but I imagine for most people's economics, it might not be standard.
Maybe. There's lots of different routes that people go. Some people go and work for nonprofits, some do private practice, some join group practices, some go into schools, hospitals, institutions. There's lots of different ways that people go. And originally I had been thinking, I'll join somebody else's group practice as like my one part-time thing. And then I wanted to do some nonprofit work or some sort of like more low barrier stuff as well. Mm-hmm. But then being in my practicum, I'm realizing like I'm doing a practicum in a group practice, and the actual day-to-day is exactly as like I was in private practice. Like it's basically...
I was going to say, like, on the one hand, my argument was going to be, don't you want to learn from other people around you?
Yes,
but then it's like they can't really tell you anything, and you can't watch.
And that was my like exact thinking was like I should stay in like a group practice exactly to like learn from other people. But the way that you learn from other people is through the supervision that you get within a group practice. You can just pay for supervision on your own. Like I would still get the exact same supervision in a private practice. Anyway, so I started making spreadsheets about the finances of starting a private practice.
I remember my early business days with all my spreadsheets.
When I tell you I didn't do anything else for 4 days straight.
Oh my God.
It was like I went into a black hole of spreadsheets, and I was going to webinars. I was looking at real estate units, like where I could work out of. And it kind of dawned on me that this is maybe a bit more intense than like somebody who just likes things.
I remember when I was going through my process with that person that was helping me go through that process. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about special interests.
What the fuck are you talking about? The process.
The process that Mac went through.
And we were talking about like special interests, and she was describing it to me as people that have like ADHD, the breadth and the depth of their special interest is like the depth is really intense, but the breadth is really short. So it's like a deep dip and then back up. Oh. And that sounds like you, girl. You got coins, you got Wordle, you got private practice.
Yeah. I don't think I have ADHD, but I
don't think you do either.
No, I don't. I really don't. But I'm just
I think this is more about your anxiety.
This is a pattern. So, like, what kind of group, like, practice names do you think? Like, what would you name a group practice?
Joy.
Well, I was trying to think of
Joy is a big fucking... That's a high bar to reach.
Yeah,
how about contentment?
Good luck getting that trademark.
Here we go. We are going to use a robot.
Okay.
No, we can think of this on our own. We don't need the robot.
We don't need
This
the
is
robot.
exactly what the robot is for.
No, actually, I
No.
wanted your brain. I
No.
wanted your creative business brain. Your big brain.
What kind of you're going to be doing couples therapy?
Couples therapy and individual therapy.
Any sex therapy?
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't want those things in the name because I want it to be more broad. So I've been thinking like, I liked the idea of like sunrise. So I was thinking like sunrise, first light, Aurora,
Yeah.
like kind of like plays on
Ooh,
light.
First light. First light.
Can I,
But then
can
I
I
thought
say
first
something?
light it could be like
Yeah, say it.
marijuana.
My therapists just were my therapist. They were just like, it was just Dr. So-and-so.
Yeah, what about just Alayna?
No,
about
because
just
yes,
Dr.
but
so-and-so?
that's like if it's just a private practice. If I were to expand into a group practice where I have other counselors working with me, I want like a group name. So it's like a, you know.
Why don't you cross that bridge when you come to it? I have thoughts
I'm
about
at the
this,
bridge.
Alayna.
I'm crossing it. I'm at the bridge. I gotta register a corporation name.
But
The
you can
bridge
always
is in
change the
front of
name.
me. Sorry?
You can always change the name. I've changed my
Sure,
corporation's name.
But I know. But
Okay.
I'm planning it. And
Okay,
I was
okay.
just thinking,
For your
like, can I
future-
use your brain? The Ashley and Mac creative minds, like,
Okay, this is something that I've genuinely never thought of in my life. Like sometimes we're on podcasts, I'm like,
I
I've
gotta
never
say,
thought of this before.
that feels like a little.
Uh-huh.
Can I say a thing?
please.
Oh
This
my
is why I'm
God.
asking.
As much as
Criticize,
those
tell
names
me.
are great, when I go to any kind of medical or health related thing, I don't want like branding. And I think it comes,
Okay.
in my opinion, and I know probably a lot of people are going to disagree with me. I just kind of want people who are just really serious about what they do. And I would be turned off by sunrise and first light. They would have to really win me over.
That makes sense.
What
That's
would
just
be better?
me.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh, we got a funny
What
bone.
was that?
Do we hit a funny bone?
Oh, was
you-
that a shin?
Are you okay?
I hit my knee real bad, Jenny.
Oh, like in a we should be concerned way, or in like a funny bone way that'll pass.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
Sorry that I'm in your ear panting.
Listener, we can't see Ashley.
Oh my
She
God, that
has
made me want to throw up.
folded over. Oh, ow. Oh. Oh no, she's gagging. Please don't throw up on pod. Please. Please, God, don't throw up on pod.
Okay.
Where did you
That's
get
the
an ice
fastest
pack
I've
that
ever
quick?
seen somebody get an ice pack.
We had it out.
Ice pack just from
Here.
Hold on.
Jen got it for me. I'm gonna vomit.
Look at your
I'm in
leg.
so much pain.
2.3 seconds ago.
Jen got it for me.
I've got my
I have a disability. Ice packs are always readily available.
Oh my God.
Okay, so I
Okay.
think some of it, I haven't heard all of it.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
I'm as fine as I'm gonna be, babe. All right, so I don't know why I called you babe. I've seen other clinics on the internet that look like they're doing great, and then the whole brandy internetness of it
Yeah.
ends up backfiring on them. When you invite, and this is just something I've been kind of like meaning to tell you, when you invite public into your mental health space, it's a little bit playing with fire.
That makes sense.
So just be careful. Just be careful.
Yeah.
Because you have something to lose, and they know that. And you're a public figure.
Right.
And so you're held to a higher standard.
Right. Can you help me come up with a name still?
Sorry to do that on pod.
Okay, I actually
it's
fully
okay.
agree with Ashley. No sunrise.
Okay.
Sunset though.
X-nay.
Sunset. And let's go full. Kill yourself.
Kill yourself counseling.
KYS.
Oh, no.
KYS Mental Health Solutions.
Mental health solutions.
True North? What about True North?
I think it's been done. True North is because that's Canada. Well, that's where you can go West Coast.
New
You can
Day.
go, if you're going
Kindling.
location based. Sorry?
Kindling.
Kindling. I feel like that implies like children, family counseling because it's like little.
Oh, yeah.
So that implies like
Solace.
we're going to work with. Yeah, but okay, you would rather go to
that's
Solace
too
than First
emo.
Light?
Yeah.
Golden Hour?
Yeah, I was that was on the list, Golden Hour, but I feel like that's all kind of in that same vein.
Okay, I'm going to try and get something a little...
Listener, write in. What do you like in a therapy clinic name?
Clarity?
Clarity Counseling?
Horizon?
It's too close to Verizon, probably.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
Anyway, I guess if you're saying keep it all off the internet, but that's not
what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Because that's not what's going to happen. It's like therapy practices nowadays, it's a big part of bringing in people is having an internet presence of some kind.
I think
I
she's
don't know
just
that
saying
that's
be
entirely
careful
true.
with branding.
I just think
Yeah.
just be super careful with what you're doing on the internet. And
No, but what you're saying, I think, is that somebody who is angry or upset in some way could have real consequences for the business that I'm running, the
Yes.
therapy practice that I'm running.
and the type
Based
of
on-
person who comes to your business from a mental health reel rather than a word of mouth, I think is inherently, statistically, a more dangerous patient.
Yes, and the question isn't, like, I'm not saying I'm going to start making mental health reels and that's how I'm going to get clients. But I'm also part of having a therapy practice in 2025 is website, Google ads, branding.
That's a different
part
thing.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the piece I'm talking about. And the first step of that is like trying to come up with some sort of name. That's not my name.
Mhm.
And I guess it's not anything to do with light.
This is not easy to do. Like,
No, that's okay. I thought it might be more fun than this. We can.
Well,
we
I
can
ruined
move
they
it.
on.
all just sound so cheesy to me. Like,
I know that's the problem. Is like, how do you find something that's not cheap?
but I
It's more
also
like
have to be so honest. I would care way more if they had a 5-star.
What about
and their
just,
name
like-
was First Light? I wouldn't care that their name
I
was
don't love
First Light.
First Light.
That's
That
true.
was just
That's
like,
true. If they had a 5-star and I had like a word of mouth,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it should just be Joy Mental Health Practice or whatever.
But Joy, I don't love because again, that's too. I don't know. It almost is like salesy or like to try and say, I don't know. Joy is too much. I liked like Aurora.
But that's fun because that also feels like Canada.
That's
yeah.
on my baby name list.
I like Aurora. That's nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I would go with that. You know, I would fucking tell you if I didn't think it was good.
She would. I'll be honest, I would tell you too, because the other one sounded like shit. I like this one.
I need yeah, but I've had other people not like it though. So I'm also trying to come up with I don't know.
Really?
I think those people are wrong. And I think once you pick it, they are going to come around.
Yeah. Well, and this is like early days.
What was their
Still just
reason for not liking Aurora?
hasn't given me one yet because I'm literally thinking of this today. just said they didn't like it.
I'm pro Aurora. Hey, Jen.
clocked out after ice time.
Yeah, exactly. She was like, she gave you your ice and she was out.
It's the second time she's had to give me ice today. The first time was this.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Dude, I hit my knee on the bench so hard. Like
you
really hard.
gonna
It
have
made
a
me
bruise?
sick. It
I
made me
got
sick.
scared. I thought you like ripped something.
Dude,
Yeah,
I was like,
your
I'm not
face
sure if
turned
my knee
red.
I'm not sure if my kneecap moved on that.
Oh yuck. Ew. Okay, let me try to find a question.
Yeah, let's do a question. Alayna, sorry if I was too blunt about it.
No, it's a good thing to keep in mind. Well, here's a Pride Month one. Kind of an interesting question. It's Pride Month. Oh, where do we get our questions? Also, oh my God, we haven't introduced the podcast in weeks.
several years.
Oh God. Hi, everybody. This is the Chosen Family Podcast. I'm Alayna Joy. I'm your mom.
I'm Ashley Gavin, and I'm your dad with a bad knee.
I'm actually I'm your teenage brother.
Baby. Mac is baby. It's Pride Month. Oh, we get our questions from patreon.com/Chosen Family Podcast. That's where
It's
we...
Veteran Appreciation Month is what it is.
Is it?
Is it?
Okay, that's what all the Republicans say when it's Pride Month.
Oh, I didn't even
really?
know
Because
that.
they're like, why don't veterans get a whole month? And so then they like spam comments
Well,
on
there's
posts.
so many
it's Veteran
people who
Appreciation.
should have a month.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, it was just a joke.
And a lot of times they do have a month. And it's like, at a certain point, you need to organize. Let's get some of those veterans to fucking get up.
Oh,
No.
if you keep talking like that, they're gonna get our month.
Oh, no. No. I don't think so.
We might have to cut that. That might have been. That might
That
have.
one.
It's an
But the
interesting
trans
point,
woman
though,
one
about-
stays, right?
That's this month. It's an
That
interesting
one was
point.
funny. That one was funny.
I think it was more clearly a joke, the last one, than the veteran one that I just made, which was more of a jab.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm disabled.
That's
I
it's
just
not,
lost my
Alayna.
leg.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
I just lost my leg.
3 syllables. Not the same. Not the same. Okay, question. It's Pride Month, so some corporations are rolling out the merch and internal focus. What are your thoughts? Is it pandering or legit support? I know this year is interesting with the recent DEI cutbacks federally and in the private sector. So thoughts on
I
corporations
do think
buying
with the
into
DEI
Pride Month?
cutbacks, it's different.
Yes.
I do think it's more of an outright protest now.
Yeah.
Especially because there are corporations that are not doing Pride.
Yeah. that have
And
cut
they
their
are
Pride
pulling
stuff.
their funding from Pride events. Some major company pulled funding from San Francisco's Pride Parade. I can't remember which one. Let's find that out.
No, it's a good point. Like in previous years, when it's been like an easily like a clear positive, a clear win for corporations to show support for queer people.
Well,
then
was it a
it's-
queer win? I think in retrospect, I think the past 5 years, I think we can say it was not a clear win. I'm just putting that out there.
I guess at the time is what I'm saying. Like at the time, it was cool. It was more acceptable to be supportive.
Yeah.
That was like made you
Comcast, Anheuser-Busch, Diageo, which owns Guinness and Smirnoff, Benefit Cosmetics, and La Crema have all pulled sponsorship from
Makeup
San Francisco
brand is
Pride.
crazy.
Not
Makeup brand is
Benefit.
Yeah, that's really crazy.
They also test on animals, so Benefit can.
And animals are gay. The penguins.
Animals are totally gay. Like lots of animals are gay.
But
so
look, I'm
it's a
only
hate
bringing
crime.
it up because we made fun. Here's the thing. I understand that there were problems with corporations supporting Pride.
yeah,
Do I think on the whole it is better to have the corporation supporting Pride? Yes.
Yes.
And that's why I was never one of those like, oh, corporate Pride sucks. It's like, yeah, if you're doing Pride, you also have to be like supporting queer people politically. Like I do think
it's
have
not enough.
put your money where your mouth is for sure.
Yeah.
But if they are, then let them do it. Let them,
Yeah.
because I think at the end of the day, it's helpful for Barb to go into Walmart and be able to see the T-shirts and have to deal with it. I just think that's better.
Well,
No,
you guys are
exactly.
missing the better question, which is any of it actually worth buying?
I don't know that it's worth buying.
I don't know that it's worth buying.
If
but
the
like,
money-
This is the real problem. Is
If
that
the
visible
money
support is
goes
important.
towards, if there's some percentage of the money, if these corporations are saying, hey, this is going to go towards Chosen Family Podcast Patreon, if this is going to go towards, for the girls or whatever, like, that kind of thing, then yeah, like great. But if it's literally just going into their pockets, I don't see unless again, it's a company that you want to support because of their outright good policies for their queer employees and their political stance. I think that's where you have to do your research.
Well, and that was, yes, that's all kind of the conversation from like even just last year and previous. But this year, it feels a lot more like any corporation that's willing to stand up and openly support Pride, that is a win in my books. Obviously, there's nuance and complication in terms of where that money's going and their treatment of employees. And like, I guess the question I think is for a lot of people is like, how performative is it? Like how performative is it? And at this point, I'm like, we would love some more performative. Like, please.
I actually, performative action
perform.
does have some impact. It's not the most impact, but it does have some. And that's why I'm kind of saying over the past 5 years, where we now know that people were actively pulling away. For some reason, liberals had the wool over their eyes about this. But a little performative action. No one's sales boom because of their rainbow t-shirts. Period.
No, yeah.
You will lose people. Like you saw it with Bud Light. You will lose people for doing that. So even if it's just purely performative and there's no sort of like background thing, I do think what you're saying is correct. And so kind of being mean to them in the ways that we've been mean to fucking everybody has come back to haunt us again and again and again. I guess it is kind of a protest right now. And I would just like living in a virtually unregulated capitalist society. You do see some boycotts working right now. You see the Target boycott. It looks like the Target boycott might be working, although Target was doing quite badly before anyhow. And you definitely saw the Tesla boycott work. The Tesla boycott worked. So don't think that you, just because we live in a capitalist society, that your participation doesn't matter. It absolutely matters. It's a different type of participation. So going out and supporting these companies and boycotting other ones, great use of your time and money.
It's something we can all do, like boycotting at least.
Let's see who is actively supporting Pride right now in a cool way.
Good question.
You guys, you're missing the big question. Like, seriously, is any of it actually cute?
None of it is cute, which is why I recommend that you buy merch at my shows. I have shows coming up in San Diego, DC, Chicago, Boston, Minneapolis, Seattle, Atlanta. I'm going to Huntsville, Alabama. I know you need me there.
It's just not like you guys, these corporations have to do more than just put a rainbow on something. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's some stuff from Abercrombie's line that's actually cute.
Oh,
I'll say that. That's literally the only Pride line I can think of right now that I've seen that I've been like, cute.
I'm getting some answers.
Just that.
These companies have earned top scores on the Human Rights Campaign Foundation Corporate Equity Index, reflecting their dedication to fostering inclusive workspaces.
Okay.
A lot of these are not. Lyft. You can use Lyft.
Oh.
Chipotle.
Okay.
Adobe.
Okay.
Really expensive and charges a cancellation fee if you cancel before a year, but that's fine.
I know, right? I'm like waiting for my cancellation
I can't believe they do
period
that.
right
It's
now.
crazy.
It's out of control.
We don't use Adobe?
Not enough to pay for
I
it.
use Adobe
use it.
every damn day, multiple times a day.
For what?
love it.
What are you using
I'm
Adobe
using it
for?
right now to record this audio.
Oh, you okay.
I make posters and stuff in Photoshop. I design my merch in Photoshop.
Right, because you do all that. That's right. Because you do all that yourself. That's right. I forget that you do all of it.
I'm talented. I have learned.
What can she say? What can she say, folks?
And I use Premiere to go over edits if I have to review things or make small edits. Okay. What about retail?
Abercrombie.
Levi's.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
Levi's. Yes.
Kohl's. The company donates $100,000 to the Trevor Project.
Hey, all right.
H&M.
Okay.
Wait, 10% of global sales from H&M's Stay True, Stay You supports the UN's free and equal campaign. Love that. Like that 10%'s a little small, but I'll let it go, H&M.
Well, and isn't H&M kind of bad for fast fashion?
Can we not get gay about this?
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
let's not
I'm
be
just
gay.
trying to
Not
give you
getting
guys
gay.
some
Yeah,
options.
sorry, not getting gay.
Hey, does it say
I don't shop
Abercrombie?
fast fashion, but if that's all someone can afford,
Keep reading.
oh, you guys are not going to like.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
What?
Say it.
It comes in a couple, so let's just keep going for a second. American Eagle supported the LGBTQ community by donating 100% of its sales of its Pride collection to the Trevor product.
Oh, wow,
project.
100%.
Yep, that's really good.
Wow. Okay.
Reebok
Suck at H&M.
Okay.
proceeds go to the Trevor Project
Okay.
and Boston Pride.
Okay.
Fossil,
Okay.
100% of the proceeds go.
He's having a blast.
See, now can we just say sometimes they're doing good things. Fossil 100% goes to proceeds to the Trevor Project. Trevor Project is cleaning up.
Yeah, Trevor Project.
Build-A-Bear.
Freaking racking it up.
Build-A-Bear.
Okay.
Okay, Build-A-Bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
The proceeds, it doesn't say which, and now the one we're all gonna hate, and everyone's gonna get so mad at me, and I'm gonna ask you not to be gay about this.
my
Don't
God,
be
I'm
gay
scared.
about
I'm scared.
this.
I'm
Can
scared.
you just accept that they're trying? Can you accept that sometimes
gonna
they
be
do things
Starbucks.
wrong and
It's gonna
other
be
times they
Starbucks.
do things right?
It's gonna be Starbucks.
Is it going to be Starbucks?
Starbucks has launched
it.
Pride
Knew
themed
it.
products,
Wait,
and they are
I gotta see
donating
this.
to organizations like the Trevor Project and
I gotta
Out
see
and
this.
Equal. Starbucks, here's an even more bigger one. Starbucks also supports LGBTQ legislation and provides training on LGBTQ plus issues for its employees. And I'm just going to say right now, every single Starbucks employee is gay. Have you seen them? They are baristas.
Unless your coffee was bad and then it wasn't a gay person that
And
made
then
it.
definitely one of the straight ones.
I'm just going to say, we all can't be perfect, including Starbucks.
Yeah, right.
Fuck you, Duncan. I'm going to Starbucks this month.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Why are you mad at me?
No, it's just funny to me.
You think Dunkin' Donuts is supporting Gaza? You think Dunkin' Donuts?
No.
I don't know enough about it.
Oh my God, fuck you. Fuck liberals. Fuck, and you know what? They're gonna go fucking get Starbucks coffee. And they're not going to tell you about it because they live in fear of you. They live in fear of you.
Actually, you have this way of like making it so much worse than it needs to be. Instead of being like, and Starbucks has a Pride collection and they donate 100% proceeds, you go, I'm gonna go to Starbucks. Fuck Dunkin'. You make it so much worse.
Take it to a 10.
Because before people go, rat-a-tat-tat-tat, rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat, as they sit there in their fast fashion, as they sit there eating meat,
Yeah. No, you're right.
rat-a-tat-tat-tat, like you're all in a system. You're abusing someone right now by living in America. So get off your fucking high horse. Get off your fucking high horse and drink a Starbucks and support the Trevor Project.
And just do the best you can. I think the message is we're all doing the best we can. And just do what you can. We all can do one or two. We can all do some pieces. We can't do all the pieces.
Let's celebrate the
do
good.
the pieces you can. Let's celebrate the pieces that we're doing. Let's celebrate each other. It's Pride Month.
Starbucks.
We're your chosen family.
Tastes like gay cum and blood.
Okay. And that's not what we're having for dinner.
Let's wrap it up because I gotta drive to Santa Monica.
Yeah, I need to have lunch. And walk Julio. Thanks for listening, everybody. Hope your knee's okay, Ashley. What did we have for dinner?
My
today?
knee is so busted I can't stand on a high horse. Or a
Oh my God.
what do we have for dinner? The salt of the earth.
I
Let's remember the
cannot
working
let go
people.
of Ashley's headphones being so stretched out.
I know. I'm just waiting.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Any second. Any second they're gone. Thanks for listening, everybody. If you want to support the show, patreon.com/chosenfamilypodcast.
You want to know where 100% of the proceeds go to gay people?
There it is. Chosen Family, Patreon. Patreon.com/chosenfamilypodcast. 100%, well, other than the percentage that Patreon cuts. But I bet you Patreon does good things for the queer community. I bet you Patreon
Oh, here we
loves
go.
the gays.
Alayna, we're about to leave.
Sorry. I gotta
It's okay.
know.
She'll be quick. I hope we don't learn something we
I
don't
know,
want to know
I'm
right
scared,
now.
actually.
She's nuts.
No, it doesn't, but it's also, I will say, I do think that it has become, for people who have trouble getting advertisers, like gay people, Patreon is a vital,
Exactly.
thing
It's
for
the
people.
only way I do anything that I do on the internet. Is our Chosen Family Patreon and my own content Patreon.
Me too, besides my OnlyFans. All right.
Okay, thanks for listening, everybody.
I show full hole. Goodbye, everyone.
Talk to you next week.
Chosen Family is a Forever Dog production, hosted by Ashley Gavin, Alayna Joy, and Mac and Jimmy. Edited by Danny Jewell, executive produced by Zoe Applebaum. Forever Dog Productions is Joe Cilio, Alex Ramsey, and Brett Bellum.
Forever.